you?
Yeah, hi, good afternoon. My name is Mohammed. I live in New York City, and I had a couple quick questions regarding studying English. I believe you have an ESL program.
Yes, but this is in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Yeah, that's fine. That's not a problem. I just have a couple quick questions for you. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, so do you actually provide F1 visas for international student as well?
Yes, we do the process for them.
Okay, so because my brother is in Egypt right now, and he's interested in applying for an F1 student visa, and I just wanted to understand, is it actually possible for him to get the visa based on studying English here in the United States?
You can get the F1, but the process is going to take 8 to 9 months.
8 to 9 months. And how long is the duration of the course that he needs to apply for? Is it like 6 months or a year or 2 years?
You can do as long as you want. The maximum is 1 year. That's for the I-20.
For the I-20, the maximum is 1 year. And how much is the total cost that he would be required to provide documentation for?
So the application is $100 with us, and then we provide the I-20 and acceptance letter. And then you need to have a certain amount of money in your bank account to prove that you have enough funds to live here. For 1 year, you need to have about $13,000 in your bank account.
Okay.
The tuition here is $460 a month.
Okay.
Depending on how long you want to stay here.
Gotcha. And so the 460 a month is in addition to the 13,000 that is required for documentation, or that's included in there?
No, you don't have to pay 13,000. It's just like
showed in the bank.
You have enough money.
Yeah, that 13,000 in the bank account. Okay. Let me ask you, do you actually have international students from Egypt in this branch? Do you know?
In this one, we only have mostly from South America.
Okay.
And maybe some from like different parts of Europe, but mostly from South America.
Okay, I got you. And so, do you have dorms that he can stay at? Or?
No, we don't have any accommodations.
I got you. Okay, so I know this is going to be a tough question for you, but any idea of what is the acceptance rate for the visa for the F1 based on your knowledge?
Usually, most people get accepted. I think the only reason they get denied is if they fail the visa interview. Because in the interview, you also have to like convince the officer that you should study in the U.S. I know some people, they get denied because they haven't proved to the officer that they're gonna study and go back to their country.
Yeah.
So you have to like prove that you have either family, friends, or business back at your country, that you're not just gonna study and then stay here illegally, I guess.
Yeah.
So it depends on the interview.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only things that I've heard about being denied, but mostly they get accepted.
I got you. Okay, and the only thing that you would require to issue the I-20 is to pay the application fees and provide, whatever documents you're going to require, like the passport and whatever. And then typically you provide the I-20 fairly quickly to the applicant?
Yeah, usually if all the documents are correct, we should be able to do it in like a couple days.
Okay, great. And do you require any kind of like a medical examination as part of your qualification process?
I don't think so. I think we just do like the visa, the passport. The documents for initials are the passport, the affidavit of support. If you don't have enough funds, someone can provide for you. The recent bank statements, the I-20 that we give you, and I think the last step before the interview is the SEVIS fee, which you have to pay online to the immigration site, which is
$350. Got you. And you guys don't require any kind of like a deposit ahead of time before? Okay, great.
No, it's just the application fee, and that's it. And then as soon as you get approved, you can like buy a ticket here and like start classes on the starting day, and then you would have to pay the tuition of the month, which is $460.
Okay, for the first month. Perfect. The last question that I have is this. So I know you guys issue F1 visas. Do you have any M1? Are you aware of the M1 type visa as well, or no?
I've heard of different visas. The only one I've done is initial to F1 and B2 to F1. Sometimes J1s, but I think my boss does J1s. I don't know about M1s. I might have to ask her.
Oh, I got you. So that's fine. You're referring to the DSO, right? The person who is the designated officer in the school?
I'm the DSO.
Oh, you are?
But
Okay.
I would have to ask, yes, I would have to ask my boss, the PDSO.
A PDSO, okay.
Yeah, I only have done so far initials to F1s and B2s to F1s, and my boss does J1s also. I'm not sure about M1s though.
Okay, got it. And so I'm sorry, I keep asking you questions, but the very last question. So if somebody comes here on a B2 visa as a visitor, if he comes to visit me as a tourist, you can still start the process from here within the period that he's granted stay.
No. For the B2, you would actually have to do the change of status, which is more expensive. It would probably be better to do the process from his country.
From his country, okay. It'll be quicker and less, not quicker, but it may be less expensive. And the only thing that
extremely less expensive. For change of status from tourist visa to F1, there's like way more fees involved.
Oh, I see. Okay. And worst case scenario, if he does not get the visa, so what he would consider to be a loss is the application fee for your school and the SEVIS fee, right?
I believe you can use the SEVIS fee up to 1 year.
So would you say that if somebody let's say applies to study for like 3 months, right? They just want to come for 3 months. Are their chances worse or better at the interview if they actually apply for like, let's say, a year of study? Does that make any difference?
I've seen lots of people with 3 months, 6 months, a year. They're all different, but they have been approved. I haven't really asked them what they said at the interview. I only know the letter that they give me if they deny it, and usually it's because they give like a legal reason, but if you go online, it like tells you because you failed to convince the officer of like returning something, of returning back. But I've had students here for 3 months, 6 months, a year, and if you do 3 months, you can extend your I-20 for like a year or like 6 months. You can keep extending, and it's free of charge to extend, as long as your visa is not expired.
Right. That the visa that they give you is not expired. Okay. Great.
I've had people who study here for 3 months and they decide to stay longer, so they extend for like another 3 months or 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
Usually at the end of the year, after your I-20 is completed, you can extend for another year. You can keep extending because the F1 is for however long you want to continue studying. But in this school, you could only extend 3 times because our school only has 3 years of program.
Yeah.
So you would have to transfer to another school.
I see. Okay, if you want to continue to renew it. And what about is there any type of like employment opportunity? Not employment, but can the person who is coming on an F1 visa under your I-20 be allowed to work like a part-time job, for example, or no?
I believe you can only apply within the school for jobs, but I think you would have to apply for either the Social Security or the work permission.
Okay.
I think that's another application to be done.
Okay. But it's an option, like if somebody wants to go that route and find a job in the school, if there is one, then they can.
Yes, we have students working for us right now.
Oh, okay.
I have my coworker who's also studying and working with me, but outside the school, I think you have to either apply for Social Security or I think it's another application, but I would have to ask.
I see. All right, awesome. I didn't catch your name at the beginning of the call. What was your name?
My name is DSO and the manager.
Thank you so much. You've been so helpful. I really appreciate all the answers.
Any other questions, you can always send a message through our WhatsApp and someone will answer you.
Awesome, will do. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day and have a nice weekend as well.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. اهو مكالمه سريعه جدا، ما خدتش مني 10 دقائق، ويعني جاوبنا على الاسئله كلها. فيعني اي حد يقدر يقوم بالمكالمه دي لاي معهد. ده كان للانجليزي، ان كل الناس اللي بتسال عن دراسه اللغه في امريكا تقدر اهو تقدم على 3 شهور 6 شهور سنه، في بيتقبلوا وفي ما بيتقبلوش، انت وحظك. هتحتاج $13,000 زي ما هي قالت. يا ريت بقى اي حد من اللي بيعرف يتكلم انجليزي يعني يعمل لنا ترجمه كده سريعه لبعض الحاجات اللي اتقالت، الاسئله اللي اتقالت في الكومنتس تحت، عشان كلنا نساعد بعض كلنا نفهم. بس هي مفيش حاجه جديده، كل المعلومات دي انا قلتها في الفيديو اللي فات بالظبط. يمكن الزياده عليها ان انت هتحتاج يعني ستيتمنت من البنك ب $13,000 يكون معاك في الحساب بتاعك او الحساب بتاع والدك اللي هيدفع لك زي ما قلنا قبل كده. موضوع بسيط جدا، بتاخد من 6 ل 8 شهور زي ما قالت. ناس كتير بتتقبل، مفيش مشكله، انت وحظك. المهم تقنع. هي قالت سبب واحد، الناس اللي ما بتجيش امريكا ما بتجيش علشان القنصل ما اقتنعش ان انت هترجع تاني. دي المشكله الوحيده. انا مبسوط ان الفيديو ده اقل من 15 دقيقه. ده هيكون الجزء الثاني من الحلقه اللي فاتت بتاعه الام 1. اللي هيشوف الحلقه دي وفاتته الحلقه اللي فاتت بتاعه الام 1 يا ريت ارجع اتفرج عليها، هتلاقي فيها كل المعلومات اللي انت عايزها. وما تنسوش لو بيعجبكم المحتوى تدوسوا لايك وتعملوا سبسكرايب، واشوفكم في الحلقه الجايه نوع جديد من الفيز والطرق. هنفضل نعافر لغايه ما نلاقي طريقه تكون مناسبه ليك. يلا سلام.